Hello! It is Wednesdays with Chasey Poo. How's everyone doing today? Oh, Chase! Are you sitting and wearing the exact same thing you were wearing the last 4 videos? Oh, well, yes I am. Thanks for noticing. It is still hot. You know, it's probably 40 degrees in this house right now. Okay, can I just say that, like, literally, I went to go buy an air conditioner, okay, and I bought it online so that I could reserve it because it was finally in stock at the store, and they called me and said that someone bought it. They sold my unit that I bought. It was like $500 or something like that, and I was like, I'm not gonna spend money ever on an air conditioner. I don't need an air conditioner. Here's the thing, I have cats and I don't want them to die, and it's literally a heat wave that's lasting like over a week, and it is hot and my fans aren't doing anything. So, yeah, so that's great. So that's just my little rant. Today we're talking about dating cis people, and oh my goodness, have I ever done that. I'm kidding. Most people that I've dated were cis at the time that we dated. So if like, I'm gonna not talk about women, I'll talk about men, because I feel like it's a very common narrative that trans men date women. Like, okay, I'll go quickly with my story. Identified as a lesbian, so I dated lesbians and women who like women. And then I came out and that person broke up with me because they are gay and I'm a man. So that didn't work out, and also there were a lot more problems though. It wasn't just because I was trans, but it did really hurt, and it felt like I was trans. Felt like it was because I was trans, but it was because of other stuff. Okay, I was dumb when I was younger. Anyways, so what happened after that is that I dated someone else, and then that didn't work out well because I was trans and she identified as a lesbian, but she still wanted to be with me, and then she dumped me because she wanted to be with women again. I was like, but you knew I was trans, so I'm not doing that again. And then I dated Zuzia. So as we all know, Zuzia identifies as non-binary, but at the time that we started to date and see each other, they didn't really identify that way. They kind of had talked about it, but they never really identified at it, so they didn't really use they pronouns or anything like that back then. But it was an interesting change, because the whole time that we were together for 3 years, just three and a half years, 3 years, we never really changed pronouns, but it was only after we stopped dating, that they started using they pronouns. And that was interesting for me, because, you know, I respect them. Even though we're not together, we're still very close friends. But it was interesting that I have to be around people who don't know that Zuzia's non-binary. So they keep saying she and her, and I just feel very uncomfortable because I don't know what to say, so I kind of have to just use Zuzia's name and not say their pronouns so that it's not uncomfortable, because some people, Zuzia doesn't want to tell them or whatever, blah, blah. So after that, I dated a man, and that was the first time since transitioning that I dated a man, and he was cis. He's not cis anymore, I'm kidding, he's cis. And that was interesting because that was like the first gay relationship that I was in, and it was an experience that I never thought I could have because I'm trans. And I don't like that thinking, it's toxic thinking, but it felt good and validating to be seen as a man by a man, because he is gay. He's not attracted to women. He appreciated women's bodies and women and stuff like that, but he had no attraction. So it made me feel extremely valid that a gay man, a gay cis man who was only attracted to men, was attracted to me and was really attracted to me, to the point where I was like, so I would be very dysphoric and think about bottom surgery, and he would say things like, I like what you have now, I don't want you to have bottom surgery, and I don't like when you talk about that, which, you know, is a little bit fucking rude, honestly, because it's my body, and I didn't really appreciate that. Like, it's cool that you like my body, but I'm telling you I have dysphoria, whatever. So it didn't really work out. I was going through a lot at that point. I was going through very bad depression, and it didn't just go away, and he was someone that wasn't able to handle that. And then stuff happened with Zuzia's family, and I had to like go to Poland for a funeral and stuff like that, so that was pretty heavy. But I feel like he didn't really understand that and the relationship. And it's not like if the person I'm seeing now was to go to a funeral for their ex's family, like, I wouldn't be jealous, I would understand. Like, that family was like my family, you know? So it was weird. But in terms of like dating a cis man, it was an experience that I was so excited for the experience that I overlooked a lot of the bad things that he might have been saying or done. Like, I knew that it was wrong, that he was saying like, oh, I like what you have, I don't want you to have surgery, I don't like when you talk about that. Okay, that's great for you. So like I understand where he came from, but I feel like I knew that it was like not really appropriate and that it bothered me, but I was like, no, but it's okay. And I kind of repressed it, and I have learned to stop doing that, because if I do that, it just gets worse and worse and worse, and then bad stuff happens, and then breakups happen, and all of that fun stuff. So it wasn't great, honestly. When we broke up, and it was like, you know, I was sad, but I was like, whatever. We did sleep together a couple of times after that, though. But in terms of dating anybody who was trans or out as trans, at the time that we were dating, that hasn't been really a thing. Zuzia identifying as non-binary, but not really talking about it counts, absolutely. But for the most part, I've only dated cis people and cis women, and I don't know why that is. It's not a preference thing or anything like that. I am definitely open to dating people who are trans, people who are non-binary and identify or don't identify as trans, people who are cis, people who don't identify with anything. Like, I don't care. I like people, and it doesn't matter, because like everyone's body is different anyways, and like everybody's parts are different. No matter, you're like, oh, two cis women, they have the same parts. Yeah, but they look different. So it's like everyone's bodies are different, you know? And I think that that's a beautiful thing that we should all embrace. And now I'm being really corny, and I'm gonna stop talking. What are your views on this? I feel like I went completely off target with this video, but whatever. I love you, have a great week, bye.